welcome to episode 9 of MD Quilter Knits. I'm Beth and I'm your host. I'm coming to you from the Eastern Shore of Maryland, and I have quite a bit to show you today. I have 2 finished objects, one of which I'm wearing again, yay. And then I have something that is almost finished. I was hoping to have it finished before recording, but it should be finished sometime today. And then I have a soon-to-be cast-on project and a little bit of new stuff that's come in. So let's get started. How are you guys holding up? I hope everybody is holding up. We are into the second month of 2020 quarantine. I really hope this ends soon. I am working from home now. I'm going into my 3rd week of working from home. My husband is actually still going into work every day. He works in the transportation industry, so he is still considered essential. He's one of the last people that they still have hired there right now. And hopefully he'll keep going in every day and staying safe and all of that. I hope all of you are staying safe and all your loved ones are safe as well. I know this is a crazy time for everybody, and we just all have to band together. Us knitters have been working towards being at home ourselves for a long time. I saw a cute meme. It said, "It's okay, knitters and crocheters, we've waited all our lives for this." As you can see by the stash behind me, I have certainly been waiting for this. But, you know, it's not all it's cracked up to be either. I wish this was not the circumstance. And I just hope everybody's okay. So let's get into today's episode. Like I said, it's episode 9. And I just checked before logging in today, or before recording today. And we are up to 175 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody. If this is your first episode watching, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you go back and watch some of our previous episodes as well. I just enjoy bringing my love of knitting to you guys, and you'll see I love to knit sweaters, and I love to knit socks. That's pretty much what I do these days. I also want to say thank you so much to Corey of I Rock Knits for giving me a little shout out on your episode, your podcast episode. That has certainly brought some new faces over here to MD Quilter Knits, and I so appreciate it. And if any of my viewers have not logged in and seen Corey, she is I Rock Knits, and she has a lovely YouTube channel as well. And she's a fantastic designer, and I love everything that you do, Corey. So thank you so much for sending your folks my way as well. All right, so let's get into it. First off, finished objects. What am I wearing? I am wearing my newly finished, and by newly finished I mean bound off yesterday, my Igneous sweater. And I will pop a picture of full body in here so that you can see what all the transitions look like. This is a faded sweater, and it is 7 different colors of Dreamin' Color Jelly. And that is a single ply fingering weight yarn from Dreamin' Color. And my local yarn shop, Knits and Pieces, had some fade kits a couple years ago, and I scarfed up all 4 of the different fade kits. So this is actually a combination of 2 of the kits. And the colors, I wrote myself a note. The colors that I used from bottom up are Cerise, Haven, Cressida, Chesley, Dune, Bravery, and then my sleeve color is Barrett. So yeah, I'll give you a close up on this. So this is the Barrett, and this is actually the Cerise color. I started with this color and ended with this color all the way up here at the top by the neckline. And this is such a fun pattern. It has a texture pattern, which works with slip stitches and extra yarn overs. The pattern is by Mina Phillip, the Knitting Expat. It's very well written. It is bottom up, super easy to knit, fabulous fit. I am just in love with the whole sweater. I cannot wait for next winter so that I can really be sporting this sweater. Nice fingering weight sweater, and I just can't say enough great things about it. It is set to be released sometime during April. I'm not sure exactly when Mina is planning on releasing the pattern, but when it comes out, it is definitely worth taking a look at. It's a very large range of sizes. I believe there are 14 sizes, and I'm just thrilled. I'm so happy with so many designers doing size inclusive patterns now. It just really makes my heart sing and makes me happy that more of us can knit these great sweaters. I also did stash dive for this, so I did shop the stash first. That is my hashtag, and I am challenging everyone to look in your stash before going out and buying new yarn for a project, especially now. But I do also condone supporting your local knit shop, because these local shops are going to need our help to stay in business. I know that all of our non-essential businesses have been told to shut down here in Maryland, and they're still able to operate on a mail order basis, but it really took a toll. It's taking a toll on them. I know that I used to spend at least 2 evenings and 1 full day in the yarn shop every week, and when I was in there, I would pick up a skein of yarn here, a pair of needles there, a bag here, a bag there. And now I'm just not in there. So it's just bizarre. I have made a purchase from the shop since they've had to switch to mail order. And you will see that yarn in a little bit because I needed to get something for a new test knit that I'm going to be doing. But I'll talk more about that later. Anyway, little tangent. Sorry. We're talking about this finished object that is from my stash. This also checks off a bingo square for me. It is my fade project. So yay! Another bingo square checked off. I think I now have 3 bingo squares checked off. My fade project, my first quarter for Desert Vista Dye Works, and 2 sweaters from Stash, which that was... Actually, this one finishes one of those, and then my water bearer sweater was also from Stash. So yeah, yay. Okay, so my other finished object, you're gonna laugh at me because I forgot to bring them upstairs again. For some reason, I have a mental block on grabbing my finished Desert Vista Dye Works socks to bring up and show you for the podcast after I finish knitting them. But I will pop in a picture right here. I knit the Heel Toe Do-Si-Do pattern, which is a pattern by Kay Litton, who is the crazy sock lady. And this is just a fun chevron pattern. These I knit from the toe up. They are written cuff down, but I much prefer my stretchy cast or stretchy bind off to my stretchy cast on. So I knit these toe up. I didn't make any modifications other than starting at the toe and ending at the top at the cuff. And I also do not do her heel flap and gusset with my self-striping socks. I do a cut-in afterthought heel a la Kirby Werby. And the colorway that I used is Donuts. Everybody says it looks like Dunkin' Donuts. The actual inspiration photo was not a Dunkin' Donuts photo. It was a photo of some beautifully colorful frosted donut display, like gourmet donut display. But it is very reminiscent of Dunkin' Donuts as well. My daughter, she used to work at Dunkin' Donuts, so I am well aware of their color scheme. And yeah, so those are finished. They took me roughly a week to knit. I just buckled down and knit those suckers the last week of the month because I put it off until then. This month I hope not to put them off quite so long. So yeah, and once again this month I'm going to be knitting my Desert Vista Dye Works socks out of the On Wednesday colorway, which is a Mean Girls inspired colorway. And very pink, a little bit of purple, but mostly pink. And once again, using that heel toe do-si-do pattern. My plan is to use that pattern throughout this year for all of my Desert Vista Dye Works socks. So that is what I have finished off the needles this week. Not too bad. Pair of socks, or this past 2 weeks, pair of socks and a sweater. And I have, we'll get into our whips, which is really just one that I've put any work into, because between finishing my socks and this sweater and starting this project, they've taken up all my time. I am doing a sample sweater for Magpie Fibers. Hello, all of my magpies. Jamie reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do their sample of the recently released Aurealis sweater by Jennifer Steingass, and I jumped on that. This is knit out of all Swanky DK yarn. It's my first time working with Swanky DK, and oh my god, it will not be my last. I do have a full sweater quantity of Swanky DK in the Velvet Underground colorway, and that is earmarked to knit the Sashiko sweater by Bristol Ivy. And now that I have been knitting this sweater, I so want to cast that sweater on, but it is going to sit over there on the sweater wall for just a little longer. But yes, so I jumped at the chance to knit this sample for them, and I cast this on a week ago this past Friday. Here is the, this is the yoke. It's the colorwork yoke. And the colors are Don't You Want Me, is this like grayish purple. And then the colorwork color is Magpie. That is the Magpie exclusive colorway that is inspired by their logo, the color on their logo. And here is how much I have finished. Look at that. I am on the ribbing. And I only have a few more rows of ribbing to knit. And then I will do a tubular bind off. And then this sample is going to be knit with short sleeves. So yeah, I have to knit, I think, like 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch of stockinette, and then some ribbing, bind off each of these sleeves, and boom, we're done. I have been knitting this alternating skeins using helical knitting, and I am in love with that. This is my first time using helical knitting, and it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, so there is Aurealis in all her glory. Like I said, I just did not have the stamina to stay up and finish knitting this last night. But I am super happy with it. So that will be done today. Now this project has been living in my Finch bag, my Finch bucket bag by Stitch Mischief. And this is such a fun bag. It's got this fun polka dotted inside. It's just amazing. So much room in it too. It's just a huge bag. So yeah. So that is the project that has been getting my attention. The other project all I have done is swatch for it so far. This is a test knit. And excuse the strings. Here is the swatch. Please excuse my nails. They're going to be horrible for a while because the salons aren't open. But here's our swatch. This is a new pattern by Kate Oates that I'm testing. I have not cast on yet. As soon as I bind off the Magpie, I plan on casting this on. This is using Queensland United. And this is a 55% lamb's wool, 45% cotton blend. This color is called Amber, and that's going to be the main color. But we're also using this nice light color, which is called Dove. And then some of the stripes will be in silver gray. And then the rest of the stripes will be in denim. Yeah. So there's our 3 stripe colors, along with our main color. Whoops. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah. So this is going to be a nice fun knit. It is going to be a very drapey V-neck tee. And I think it's going to be great for the summer. It's living in my Tanny Casey large drawstring bag with the beach house theme. This is my most recent Tanny Casey acquisition. Yeah, so I think that is going to work out very nicely. So that's all that I am currently actively working on. I have kind of shelved my Elton cardigan for now. The knit along for that actually ended this past Friday. It was set to go through Good Friday. And I did not finish it. I didn't make a lot of progress on it. I just have had so many other things that I've been working on that have taken my attention. I do still plan to finish it. I really like the colors and the sweater itself. So I do want to finish it. I just have other things that are taking up my time right now. So I guess on to acquisitions. What have I acquired? So I've gotten a couple of new bags. Are we surprised? Anyone? Let's see your surprised face. I'm not surprised. So one of the shops that is semi-local to me, it is in Alexandria, Virginia. It's called Fiberspace. They have been working with Franklin Habit for artwork for some of their products. And when this whole coronavirus craziness started, he drew up a cute little piece of artwork featuring his Dolores von Huffington character, about how she's prepared for the global pandemic that we are all in the midst of. And Fiberspace has made bags using this adorable artwork. Look at this. Is that not adorable? So it's Dolores sitting amidst all of her yarn with a roll of TP and gotta have that wine. And she's getting ready to knit. And it says prepared and Fiberspace. And I love this like coppery brown color. It's just one of those. I love it. And the lime green. The two of those together, it's amazing. But this canvas tote, it's by, I believe it's by Bagu. Yeah, it's by Bagu Bags. And it's, let me, open this up. It has this nice carry handle that is adjustable, of course. Or it has the tote handles here. And then inside, look at all that room in there. Look at that. It's just a nice tote. So yeah, so I picked that up. Really nice weight canvas, like duck cloth. Yeah, so I have Dolores. I am prepared for anything now. And then there was an Instagram, little Instagram contest, Crush. I think she's Crush 81. I'll put it down at the bottom. She was giving away this Plucky Knitter Tote Bag. Look at how huge this thing is. It's massive. I can't even get it all the way in the frame. Look at that. And it's from Plucky Knitter. And it has these sheep. And it's just a nice canvas tote bag. Nice and roomy. Who doesn't need a good, nice, roomy tote? And for it to have bunches of sheep and say Plucky. Because, you know, Plucky is nice yarn. And I can be a little plucky. So yeah, so I got that. That came in the mail the other day. So let's go with yarn acquisitions, of course. So I got my, on my last Desert Vista Dye Works order, there was a glitch with one of the colorways that I had ordered. So after Susan got back from getting her daughter from college, she dyed up that missing colorway, which is Somebody Mystery Machine. This is a Scooby-Doo inspired colorway. There's the colorway name. So that came in the mail. I am in love with this colorway. This will be happening soon. And then in the April colorway contest, I won again. And one of the, this year, the theme is kind of lesser known holidays or inspiration based on the month. And I've taken that to be kind of the lesser known holidays or the fun holidays. And there's a day in April that is Scrabble Day. So I won Scrabble Day. So I had posted like a vintage Scrabble board. So the black is the mini that kind of is in between, or the writing on the tiles. And then those are all the different board and tile colors. Isn't it pretty? I'm really looking forward to knitting this one up because I'm really liking this colorway a lot. All right, so that's it for Desert Vista Dye Works. You guys will remember that I did a preview knit for Isolde Teague, the Glenmore sweater, which, just a little side note, there is a knit along going on right now for the Glenmore sweater. And I know my friend Jekka is participating in that. She got some Cyrano in the Doré colorway, I believe. It's a really pretty yellowy gold colorway. Very, very pretty. So she has cast on her Glenmore. Yay. Hi, Jekka. And, but when I previewed it for Isolde, she, after we finished the knit, she gave us a gift card, for her shop. So I decided I loved that Cyrano, that Durayrum Natura Cyrano base so much that I ordered. This is actually a lighter color. I used Poivre in my my Glenmore, but this one is called Poivre et Sel. So it's a lighter, like a salt and pepper. It's a lighter colorway. And I bought a sweater quantity of this to knit the Wave of Change jacket by Denise Bayron. One of her testers walked into Knits and Pieces one Saturday morning, and we all just fell over in love with this sweater. So I think this is going to make a beautiful wave of change. And I just see this becoming just that piece that I just throw on when I'm ready to run out the door. Yeah, so looking forward to knitting that up soon. So yeah. Another thing that happened in the midst of all this craziness, I received a message on Instagram from Kate Salomon. She is a designer, and she is working on a design using, it's a collaboration between, she's working with Green Mountain Spinnery and Fiber Optics yarn, as well as Neighborhood Fiber Company. And what she was looking for was for someone to test one of the larger sizes. And my friend Holly from Fish Belly Fiberworks, she owns Fish Belly Fiberworks. Hi, Holly. She suggested to Kate that she contact me about knitting this. So Kate wanted this done in Neighborhood Fiber Company and Green Mountain Spinnery. And they provided the yarn support for this. You know, just to be honest about that. So Kate sent me 2 skeins of Neighborhood Fiber Company Studio DK in Charles Center, which is a really pretty silvery gray. That will be the color work. And then Green Mountain Spinnery provided the Alpaca Elegance. That's blowing it out a little bit. This is a better color representation, but just to see that really pretty. This is a 50-50 New England alpaca and fine wool. And this is the Ceylon colorway. So it's a nice rich navy. This is going to be the main color. And this is the contrasting color work. Aren't they going to be beautiful? Just love it. Yeah. So it's a colorwork yoke sweater. I don't know if I can show pictures yet or not, so I'm just showing you the yarn. My deadline for this is summer, so after I finish the Kate Oates test, then I will work on this. So yeah, so that's what I have acquired over the last 2 weeks. Sorry, I need a little bit of coffee. I'm using my Diva mug. This was actually my mom's coffee mug. She was a bit of a diva. Anyone that knew her can attest to that. She passed away a few years ago. Actually, it's 4 years ago this month that she passed away. So I just decided to pull out her Diva mug to drink my coffee today. So the only other thing that will be going on the needles soon is I am doing a sample knit for Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarn. If you're a past viewer of the podcast, you have seen this yarn. It is Dragon Horde Yarn, BFL nylon in the BFL Aran in the Highland colorway. And this is the color. Look at that. I'm going to be knitting a nurtured sweater for Tristan using this beautiful color, and this will be going on the needles very soon as well. I'm just waiting for a couple more skeins from her to arrive so that I can then look at them against the other ones that I already have and see how best to alternate the skeins so that we don't get any weird color blocking happening. So yeah, so that's going to be happening very soon, which makes me very happy. Yeah, otherwise just a little bit of chatter. Like I said, I am living my life here in my lovely yarn room, which is also doing double duty as my office for work. So at least I have a nice view every day. My view is actually my sweater wall every day. So I'm really enjoying seeing that, spending a lot more time here in this room. I am also enjoying connecting through online videos, video conferencing with friends near and far. I have been a part of a local knitting group for over 10 years now. And we all met through Ravelry, through a Ravelry group or meetup group. I can't remember which it was. But we used to knit every Wednesday evening and Saturday morning together. And over time, people moved away or, had families, couldn't come, that type of thing. And through this crazy pandemic, it's gotten a lot of us back together. My friend Paula, who has moved to Michigan, she and I get to chat in this group with a bunch of our other friends on Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings, and it's just so much fun. And also our friend Kristen, who moved to South Carolina several years ago. She's coming in and knitting with us on definitely on Saturday mornings, sometimes on Wednesday nights. So then our friends Kate and Hero and Tracy, who, they got busy with their families, and it just happens. But it's just so nice to be able to connect with everybody again through these crazy times. I hope everybody else is getting to do the same thing. The other thing that I've been doing is on Sunday afternoons, I've been knitting with the Magpies. And Magpie Fibers, Damie and her gals, they are hosting a chat on Zoom every Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern. And it's so much fun getting just to meet other people that love Magpie Fibers from all over the country and actually all over the world. We have Alex from Bath who comes in and chats with us. And, we had Taya Coleman come in, Laura Nelkin, Bristol Ivy. It's so much fun just to talk to all these people that love knitting, and everybody's just stuck in their houses right now. So it's a nice way to reach out and talk to other people. So that's been fun. I have also been binge watching crazy Netflix things. Yes, I've watched all of Tiger King. Yes, I've watched all of Love is Blind. And I'm almost finished with Schitt's Creek. I'm on season 5 of Schitt's Creek, and I am absolutely in love with that show. Why didn't I start watching it sooner? I understand that it is now finished as of this week, but oh my God, it's an amazing show. Having so much fun watching it. I love Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy. Excuse me, dry throat. So that's been fun. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my sock yarn blanket upstairs so that at least I can watch one episode of Dexter and knit one square a day on my sock yarn blanket. That is my goal, to start doing that tomorrow. What I'm thinking is I will just come upstairs like an hour earlier than I would normally start work and do that then. That'll give me like a nice start to the day. And, hopefully by the time this quarantine is over, I'll be so much closer to finishing that blanket. And Dexter. So that's kind of my plans. That is the cowl that Melissa from the Knitter's Closet and I are planning that we've started up. We haven't officially launched it because neither one of us has had the brain space to really launch that cowl. So stay tuned. When it's up and going, it will be up on in the Ravelry group. And please go to our Ravelry group. It is the MD Quilter Knits podcast Ravelry group. And I do have the Shop the Stash First thread up and running, and there's a finished object thread there. I'm also planning another giveaway at 250 subscribers. So we're only 75 subscribers away from that. I'm just trying to hit these little milestones where I can. So anything you guys want to see, anything I'm missing here, just let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I love coming and talking to you every couple of weeks. Depending on how much I finish, I might try to record every Sunday, but for now, we're going to keep it every 2 weeks, every other Sunday. So yeah, so that's all that I've got for you guys today. Comment down below, like, tell your friends to come and watch me and subscribe, and make sure that you come back in a couple weeks to see what MD Quilter knits next. Bye-bye.